I had sound check. I was alone. I was scared. They played If You Call Me and Countdown to Love. p1harmony.
We live in a society where, you know, we're constantly expected so much from, and we always have to be perfect. And it's crazy to me that some people are like 18, 19 years old and like are thinking about like what they need to do with their lives, but sometimes we just need to live, you know? And so for this song especially, and also just for the rest of the show, I really want everyone to be very present tonight. Not think about the past, not think about what you have to do. Literally tomorrow, because tomorrow's a Wednesday. Yeah, literally what you have to do tomorrow, I want you guys to just forget about everything, shut that brain off, and just be present and live in the moment, okay?
Yeah, there ain't no way to survive. Wish I could shut my stupid brain off sometimes. Because it's just another exploration. Have a little fun with the exploration. Sit on the one day at the exploration. Everybody hands up. Money people hands up. Everybody stand up.
Hi.
Can we take a picture? Sorry.
Thank you for coming.
Mommy, a girl behind you.
Hi.
Thank you.
Hi. Can we
I'll
take
look
a
at
picture?
t-shirts.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
It's me?
Yeah. Is that a question?
Yeah.
Of course.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Have a great one.
You too. Hi.
How's it going?
Picture.
You love pretty boys?
Of course. I love you guys.
Did you make the t-shirt yourself?
Yeah.
That's insane. Thank you so much. I love it. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you so much for coming.
Of course. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you. Have a good night. I love the hair.
Thank you.
Good night. Hello.
Hi. Can I take a picture?
Well, of course. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. That was
Nothing.
Lisa.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Welcome to my yap session. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the concert and like interactions I had, and just talk about p1harmony because I love them. First of all, the concert was amazing. Per usual, they're such good performers. During soundcheck, me and June had a little moment, and I was kind of awkward during it. I feel like I ruined the vibes, but we still had a moment. So during soundcheck, I was like on the side of the extended stage, and June was like on stage here. I was on the side of the extended stage and like the seat like furthest away. So like stage is here, then there's all the seats. I was like over here, and I was by myself, so I already felt kind of like, I don't know anyone here. I'm a little nervous. And then they were on stage and they were like so close, and I was like, now I'm extra nervous because they're right there. I just had my light stick and I was like vibing. June was right there, so I was staring at him, and then he was like looking at everyone, interacting with everyone, and then he looked at me and I was like, is he looking at me or am I being delusional? I'm scared. But I didn't do anything. I was still just like with my light stick, like bobbing onto the music, just staring at him. And then he started like going like this, like the same pace that I was going, like this. And I was just staring at him because I was like, are you looking at me? I can't tell if you're staring at me or not. And I felt awkward, so I just kind of like started laughing and I looked away. And then when I looked back, he also laughed. And I was like, I think he was looking at me. So I was a little awkward with you, but still, he laughed. During the concert, I had a little moment with my man, with Teo, but it wasn't ideal. I was second row from extended stage. They were like at the edge of the stage, so they were like right in front of us. And in the center was Kehoe. I was like at the very end of the second row. Kehoe was like kind of center of the stage, so he's here, I'm here. And I was just staring at him because like he was right there. And you know, he's been hitting the gym and his arms, so I was just looking a little good, and I was just appreciating them, staring at them, just thinking like, wow, his arms look really good. And then all of a sudden, Macy bumps my shoulder and I look straight ahead. My man is right there. And he I think he read my shirt and like gave me a thumbs up to be like, nice shirt. But I was like, he was looking at me and I was over here oogling at another man. And he was right in front of me and I didn't even notice because I was too distracted by Kyo's arms. So I just kind of like looked at him and he was looking at me, then I looked at my friend and I was like, for real? So Kyo, stop hitting the gym. It's too dangerous for me. You're distracting me. And send off was a lot different than it was with Utopia. Utopia, it felt like very rushed. Like they just kind of like walked by, didn't like really stop and like talk to everyone. But this time they like had like conversations with everyone, like actually like fully stopped, which was really nice. However, I was supposed to start my period the day of the concert, but I didn't. And before I get my period, I get really bad pains, like sometimes to the point where like I'm physically unable to walk and I get a fever. I am cramping so bad that I just can't move. It hurts to stand, it hurts to just exist, and I'm in constant pain. During the concert I was fine, but once it was like send off time, I started like cramping really bad. And thank God I was barricaded for send off because I was gripping onto it for dear life because I was so scared I was gonna collapse. Because not only was I like in pain because I was gonna start my period, I didn't really eat anything and I didn't really drink anything, so that also didn't help. I was just in a lot of pain. It was like getting bad to the point where I was like, I know I spent a lot of money on this, but like what if I just left? Like what if I just went home, laid in bed and cried because of the amount of pain I was in. So I feel like I wasn't my usual self during send off, and I wasn't like super, like I didn't talk a lot because I was suffering, but I was trying not to. Like literally I was standing there gripping barricade, trying to just like zone out so I wouldn't like try not to feel the pain that I was in. And all of a sudden Teo was right there and I was like, oh my god, I gotta lock in. And so with him, I literally like didn't say anything. And I was like, that's my man. Like in the video, you would not be able to tell that that was my man by the way that I was like underreacting and I was just like there, but that's my man. I didn't even say anything to him. And I was like, dang, if only I wasn't in pain. But same with Seoul as Teo. I didn't say anything. I just posed for the picture. I was like, thanks. I think because maybe they were the first few. I wasn't fully prepared because I was zoned out and I had to like immediately be like, oh my god, they're here. And then In Talk actually said stuff to me, so I think that's when I was like, oh, I'm here now. Because my shirt said I heart pretty boys. He was like, I like your shirt, is that me? And I was like, yeah. And then I might be being a bit delusional, but he took the picture and was like, beautiful. And I'm like, did he say it was beautiful? He could have just been saying the picture of us looked beautiful, but also like, what if he was saying I'm beautiful? But Jiyoung, he saw my shirt and was like, you like pretty boys? And I panicked because I was like, what do I say? And I think I tried to be like a little flirty, except I don't know how to flirt. So I was like, of course, I love you guys. And then we just kind of laughed. But I was like, is that good? And then he was like, oh, did you make your shirt? And I was like, yeah. And then he just kind of like stared at it for a minute and was like, that's so cool. And I was like, thanks. And Kyo, we took a picture. And then before he moved to the next person, he was like, I like your hair. And I was like, thank you. Because I'm obviously a natural purple. And not everyone is a natural purple, so I'm like kind of special. So he had to acknowledge that, and I was like, oh, thank you. And last was Jungsub. Our interaction was a little awkward. It started off a little a little bit awkward. I had my freebie bag, but it was like basically empty. So I had my purse in that and I put it on the floor in front of me, like against the barricade. And so Jungsup walked up and he either kicked the barricade or my bag. I don't know. I just assumed it was my bag and I was immediately like, this is my fault. I must apologize now. So I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I think that was my stuff. And then we took our pictures and moved on. That was all. So send-off was fun. I wish I wasn't in pain, because then I feel like I could have been more like social and like actually said stuff to them. But I'm still happy with my experience. It was still fun. I think for the most part, that's all I really wanted to add at the end of this video. I didn't vlog much during the video. Sorry. I get stressed when I'm in public and I'm trying to work on that. But hopefully next time I'll do better. But yeah, concert, super fun. Love p1harmony. Love p1harmony. I don't know when I'm gonna see them again next. I do, but I don't hope it's soon because I want them to like rest, but also I'm selfish. I'm selfish and I want to see them because I love them, but because I love them, I also want them to rest. It's complicated.